It's like in this moment, in this suspension, this time out for us, it's like God, yeah, I guess y'all like, why he listen to that all the time? Cause when you come up like I come up, that's what you gonna listen to most of that. I'm a producer, and I was forced to listen to all kind of music for hours on end. And it got to the point where I like class. I ain't even listen to a lot of stuff I like to listen to because my computer's so jacked up. But I started listening to classical. Uh, Lady Smith, the violin, shouted. Man, I always forget her name, but it's simple. The white chick play violin. She real good. Lindsey Sterling. I just started listening to that stuff because I ain't want to hear nothing that rap, rock and roll. I ain't want to hear all that. I was in the studio doing all that. I ain't want to hear it. I didn't want to hear it, y'all. You producers know what I'm talking about. I just didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to hear it. That's all. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's just that when I go in the studio, I was putting in so many hours in the studio with that kind of music. When I got into my alone time, I listened to soothing music. So y'all be like, what is meditation? Meditation music has a frequency that helps you to relax, that helps you think, that helps you tap into your inner self, that helps your inner self relax. It just has this frequency if people do it right. And just like healing, I love listening to healing frequency songs. They work, y'all. They work. Like, I was so broke at one time when I would have headaches, stomach virus, or something. I would just go look up the frequency of each organ each organ in your body, and then I would take that frequency of the organ in your body, and I would look for a song on YouTube with the same frequency, melody, sound of that organ in your body, and I would go to sleep listening to that frequency and heal me without no medicine. I couldn't afford I couldn't even afford no Advil. And when I tell you that my life has been worse than this, you can take it to the bank. I had to walk in the mud. That's what it looked like when you walk in the mud. Nobody's gonna help you. You won't do something, you won't bend at your will, you ain't gonna get on your knees, but you help yourself. And after a while of getting treated like that, it felt like God was telling me that through those people. Oh, you're not gonna bend? You're not selling your soul, you're not doing nothing? Oh, well, go help yourself. I'm proud of you, go help yourself. If you can go through all that and do all that, and you can stand up through all this, let's see you go help yourself. God will take care of the birds in the air and the animals in the field. He'll take care of you as well. But anyway, I got on here to say this. I got on here to talk about I got on here to talk about uh, I'm so tense, bro. I got on here to talk about how we got caught up. I didn't. Well, I probably did too. How we all got caught up in trying to transform people. With these 144,000, they are blocked from you being able to transform them. You can't transform 144,000. How would they, let's say one of the 144,000 go to Christianity, one of the 144,000 go to Muslim, one of the 144,000 go to homosexual, one of the 144,000 go to this person, one of the 144,000 go to Mason, one of the 144,000 go to Illuminati, one of the 144,000 go to a palace, one of the 144,000 go here to the church of this. You can't change those people. Those people are brought into that energy to change you, to evolve you. When you look at it, and when we read it in Revelation, we look at it as if they come to dismantle us. If you want to look at it like that, okay, but they come to, this is the way I see things. God wouldn't have let things went so far if it didn't have some good in it. It's good and bad in everything. If anything, the 144,000 come into our energy to transmute the energy into a more positive, because it's too much negative. And when it comes down to all this negative, it's affecting the energy of the earth core in a negative way. So it's got to be balanced out at least. So we have to get out of a perverse world. When God sent the 144,000 here, he said, children, you're going to a perverse world. We know not to ask our Father too many questions. So in us, that's going to say, oh, we're going to a perverse world. I need for you to make it non-perverse at least. So that's great. Because if it wasn't a perverse world and we come here, it would be expecting a whole lot more. So to go from a perverse to a non-perverse world is great, because that basically means you need to learn how to at least be a human being, a decent human being. So what I mean by that, let's say I was the one that going into Christianity. I see your flaws. What do you think are my flaws? And it can't be the typical that today that we, as we know it, is truly irrelevant. When it comes down, okay, it's the way you speak. Let's be honest. What are my flaws to you? Let's be honest. To the typical, to the average Christian. Let's be honest. You got to tell me. I really don't know. I'm guessing. What would my flaws be? Oh, well, you talk about ancestors. You talk about God. You talk about Anubis. You talk about Ra. But I'm 144,000. A direct conduit to God. I know where all these beings came from. The aliens, the extraterrestrials. I know where these beings come from now. It's all in an orderly fashion in the 144,000. So why would you take that knowledge? Why would I let you take that knowledge from me when that knowledge is coded into me? So 144,000 can bring peace and balance into the world. Because y'all are killing things that's like me. You are destroying things that's like me. But Alien and the Martian, you destroying things that's like them. You destroying everything that's come here to help change and elevate the world. God doesn't do that, and God doesn't move like that. So who gave you the right to be in my Father's house and not only turning it into a den of thieves, but you also make a choice on who you should kill and who should live here, who should be here, who should be alive, and who should die? You already done lived in this lane for so long, you think it's all right. Even though when you go home, you having family issues, you having children issues, you can't seem to get your home. You got this nice home, you got everything in your home, everybody got everything they want in your home, but somehow your home is still broken. You do not alter another person's life, because you don't know. Like, that's why I'm telling the Christianity, you got to step outside of your box, and you got to understand spirituality. I don't even know how Christianity detached from spirituality. The only thing that I can think of that made Christianity detached from spirituality is that one part in the Bible, and I know that ain't what it is. It's almost like they was deprogrammed to reprogram to just another race hate tactic. And it's like we got to reach in these organizations and get this contamination out of them. Because like I said, if something was so bad, God wouldn't have let it exist for so long. When have we got to the point where organizations attack those who are weak? When have we got to the point where organization will destroy those who ain't joining them? When have we started doing this? Why did we start doing this? This is not what these organizations was formed for. The masonry and all that stuff, when you look it up, they built stuff. They built things that was unbelievable. They focused on building to make the human lives a better life to live in. Not sacrificing folks, not rapping. I'm just using them as an example. All organizations. Not putting them in some kind of triangle and torturing them to death and saying choose, choose, choose. Life choose for you. You show people that you're a true child of God, and those people will choose on their own what organization they want to be with. You don't say, at this point, it's like whoever got the powerfulest moves to hurt each other, whoever can hurt one another, whoever can destroy a person, whoever can destroy a group, whoever can destroy a hometown, whoever can destroy anything, the hardest and the most magnificent and the most incredible, that's the one everybody want to go to. This is not how it's supposed to be. My father doesn't go around destroying and killing everything. If that was the case, he'd have been regurgitated us all, because we all flawed. So I was just sitting here thinking about that. I was like, in my situation, what happened? And one of the main things I do know that happened is that a certain group, a church group, got together and tried to reform me. How are you going to reform a chosen one, 144,000 chosen one, when they are programmed directly from God to do a certain event, to do a certain task, to do something in Pacific? Do something Pacific. You ain't nobody else got these programs and codes in them. It's impossible for you to decode them, deprogram them, and reprogram them. When you come across a chosen one, 144,000, and especially if you're a lover of one of these, you gonna have to adapt and upgrade. But the problem is when you have to, that's why I tell folks, even for a chosen one, 144,000 chosen one, 9 times 10, your lover gonna wind up in a box as well. Because she gonna have to sacrifice a lot. She gonna have to elevate in a way where normally if she was to elevate, they would get rid of her job, or get rid of her. Her friends gonna get rid of her. She might lose what she got. She might lose her home. She might lose her car. Might. I'm just saying. Might. With this being said, she'll be protected and have to get into a box. It's like a reboot. I'm just guessing this now. But I'm just saying, I'm gonna listen to the lady. She talking about how we all are. It's time for us to change. Like, you can go out here and buy the car you want. You can go out here and buy the house you want. You can go out here and buy the things you want. But still, are you satisfied? Are you happy with what you got? Because we've been doing this for a long time. You walk down the street and somebody say, oh, look at my car. Look at my this. Look at this. Okay, you done bought 200 cars. Is you content now with who gonna say you got another car? Trust me, I know. I live around cars. We grease monkeys around here. Cars all around us. You just don't know where they're at. Chicken houses full of cars. You gonna ride down the road, you got another car? And I guess that sound, after so many you got another car, it's no longer a compliment. It's a joke. They're not laughing with you no more, they're laughing at you. Another car? Think about it. Man, you got a nice car. This is the other car? Oh, wow. Man, another car? 2 different ways, baby. You get what I'm saying? So, it's like we gotta elevate, and that's why I said it's a acceptance that even social media gonna have to take on. And you're going to probably lose a lot just to take on this change. But if you don't take on this change, if you don't upgrade and elevate to this change, you're going to lose a lot anyway. But I know y'all, I know it's just my YouTube, my internet, my network just jacked up because of these boxes and stuff. I know that. But I'm just saying, I'm hoping y'all elevating the right way, because what we had going on is too Mayberry, too black and white. Because the 144,000 is really tapped in. I never expected this out of myself. I never talked like this about myself. And I never talked this highly about myself. So for me to even get to this and go through all this, and y'all see what I'm going through every day, all the time, and still be happy and love myself, that should already let everybody know it's something else going on. So I'm telling you, I learned a lot being in the wilderness for this long. And I learned that the 144,000 are built different. God gonna have to put them lovers together. And from what I hear in the astro, that's what God is doing. It's like female lovers is going through a lot of different male lovers. Not in no hoish way, but in more of a mental capacity type of thing. Like, it's almost like they battling with what actually brought them together with other female friends to talk about. And it's like they battling the fact that I'm tired of talking about this. I do want to do something different. I do want to fulfill my dream, but I love my friend. And in order for me to stay with my friends, I'm going to have to continue to do this and talk about this. Otherwise, I'm going to have to detach. See, they got something to go through that's really difficult as well. And it's like the males got a whole different type of energy to go through. And y'all see what I go through. You know, we ain't got to talk about that. So it's like, for me, on the outside looking in, that's what females got to go through. It's like they got to lose. And some of them, it ain't even like that. Some of them have to lose. Like, they might work for a company that's keeping up an image. But when you look at Revelation in the Bible, and then when you look at the 144,000, those people are coming to change, advance, and elevate. So you can't change these people into what you think Jesus was. None of us in this generation knows, none of us living today knows exactly how Jesus was. We just know of Jesus from what we read about Jesus. We don't know, we don't understand. We fail to want to understand. We keep saying that Jesus was God's child and he came like this. Jesus was God's child and he probably was naturally a good person. But every last one of us, when we are God being in a human vessel having experience, every last one of us got to be born into sin and understand how to evolve as we grow through trials and tribulations. So what I'm trying to say is Jesus had to go through a lot of trials and tribulations as well, just to advance to the Jesus that we know him as. And the sooner we start accepting that and thinking like that and acting like humans at least, and quit being so unrealistic, the better off we gonna all be.